Hey there, friend. Dr. Randy Arno here with Headstrong Coaching. I'm a licensed psychologist on a mission to bring you science-backed strategies to help you create more focus, more motivation, and more passion for achieving your most important life goals. Now, a couple of days ago, I did a video explaining some of the powerful benefits of cultivating gratitude. So today, I just want to come on here for a few minutes and share with you 5 really simple things you can do to start a gratitude practice today. Now, personally, I've been doing gratitude journaling off and on since probably early 2020. And, honestly, I struggled a lot during the pandemic for really a lot of reasons. Feelings of anxiety, stress, sometimes some depression, and gratitude journaling was something that definitely helped me. I did gratitude journaling somewhat sporadically through 2020, sometimes just once or twice a month, but about 6 weeks ago, I got really serious about it, and I started doing it more regularly, averaging probably a couple of times a week, and the results really have been remarkable. When I'm in a bad place emotionally, I've found that if I do something to cultivate gratitude, it really helps give me some perspective and really helps me get through some of those difficult emotions. And on the other hand, when I'm in a good mood, it just really helps reinforce and prolong some of those positive emotions. And regardless of my mood in the morning, gratitude journaling always seems to give me a little burst of extra energy for my day. So how can you start cultivating gratitude? So I'm going to give you 5 real simple ways that you can start a gratitude practice. And so we'll start with the most obvious, and that's to keep a gratitude journal. And there's a lot of variations on a gratitude journal, but you can start really simple. And this is how I started, and most of the time this is how I've been doing it and getting really good results. It's just taking some time out of your day, really doesn't take more than 5 minutes, and just write down things that come to mind that you're thankful for. I often do this in the morning. I find that when I do it early in the morning as part of my morning routine, it really does kind of give me a burst of kind of optimism and vitality for tackling the day. So the simplest way is just writing some things down. And if you saw my previous video, I've mentioned this, but I'll mention it again. Don't mistake the simplicity for thinking that it doesn't work, because it's surprisingly simple and yet it's surprisingly powerful. Now, if you want to do a variation on this, instead of just writing down and listing all the things you can think of, which is fine, but it can get a little bit repetitive if you do this, on a regular basis. Another and actually better option is just write down one thing. Write down one thing and then write at least 5 sentences about that one thing. So in other words, get really specific about why you're thankful for that one thing or that one event that's happened in your life or that one person in your life. There was actually a scientific study done on this, comparing the effects of just sort of the general gratitude journal, write down sort of the count your blessings, compared to the more detailed approach where you go in and write at least 5 sentences. And the people who did the more detailed journal actually had better outcomes. So that's another variation of the gratitude journal. Okay, now number 2 is a method that's often kind of referred to as the 3 good things method. And again, this is something you just write down in a journal. But what you do here is you identify 3 things that have gone well for you and identify the cause of those things. Now, if you're doing this at the end of the day, this could be 3 good things that happened to you during the day. If it's been a week since you've done a gratitude journal entry, it could be 3 good things over the past week. So it can be the past day, past few days, or past week. But think and identify 3 things that have gone well for you. And then really write about the details. Spend a few minutes writing about details of what it was specifically, why you're thankful for it, and who was responsible for it. Often, if we can identify a person who's responsible for our gratitude, it has an even more powerful effect. So that's number 2, 3 good things. Number 3 is write thank you notes to other people. Just even little small things that you're thankful for. So, I'm not talking about just in response to gifts, or somebody gives you a birthday present and you write a gift saying, thanks so much for the birthday present. That's fine too. But really I'm talking about more spontaneous. So somebody says something that really made you feel good, or you had a coffee with someone, you caught up with someone. And anytime you just have some sort of thankfulness coming to mind regarding a person, you can sit down and actually write them a note. You can send them an email. You can actually get a card and put it in the mail, whatever you prefer to do. Okay, number 4, another method that's really useful for cultivating gratitude. And that is to engage in, sometimes this is referred to as engaging in mental subtraction. Basically, imagine what your life would be like if some positive event in your life had actually not occurred, or if some important person in your life actually was not a part of your life. And take some time and write about that. Spend some time thinking about how life would be different and what your life would be like if certain positive events or positive people didn't exist in your life. This is sometimes called the George Bailey effect, or the George Bailey method from the movie It's a Beautiful Life, if you've seen that. If not, it doesn't matter. Okay, number 5, and last but not least, this is a really, really powerful one. Think about somebody who has inspired you, and think about what was most significant about them, and specifically try to think about somebody who you're really grateful for, who perhaps you haven't really properly thanked, and sit down and write a letter to them. This is what we call a gratitude letter. So sit down, write a letter as though you were addressing them directly, and describe in as much detail as you can what that person has done for you, how your life is different, why you're grateful for them, and how they've impacted your life. So you want to be as concrete and as much detail as possible here. And you might also talk about what you're doing in life now and how frequently you remember them and their acts of kindness or generosity or mentorship or whatever it is that you're grateful for. And then you don't have to send it to them, but I highly recommend it. The research shows that you can get some benefit for activating gratitude just by writing a gratitude letter, but you can get even more if you actually send it to them, or go see them in person and read it to them, or call them on the phone and read it to them. Now, even though I've been doing gratitude journaling for a while now, I personally have yet to do a gratitude letter. So that's about to change. I'm committing now to writing and sending a gratitude letter, and I'm going to do it this week. So I'm not going to give you the details of that yet until the person's received it. But once I've sent it and talked to the person that I sent it to, I'll follow up and do another video to let you know how it went. Now, my challenge to you is to start a gratitude practice today. If you've already started one, that's great. Then maybe try a different technique than you've been doing, because it's really useful to sort of mix it up and keep it fresh. You don't want it to get to where it's just sort of routine and not a lot of emotion attached to it. So my challenge to you is to start a gratitude practice today. If you only have a few minutes, just start with the basic gratitude journaling. It literally can be done in 3 to 5 minutes. And so just take 3 to 5 minutes, think about what you're feeling grateful for, and write them down. Or if you want to take the plunge and write a gratitude letter, that's an awesome way to start as well. So if you accept this challenge, comment below yes to let me know. And if you write a gratitude letter, I'd love to hear from you about it, how it went, how you felt doing it. Perhaps comment below and tell me who you're going to send it to. So, all right, that's all for now. Do a favor for a friend or a loved one and share this video with them and help spread some of the positivity and some of these positive methods for creating more happiness and gratitude. So take care, and I will see you in the next video.